Hello girls and guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RoboThought Zero to Hero series, Vision Intelligence on Jetson Nano. Alright guys, we are on lesson number 12 and it's gonna get more interesting from here onwards. Alright guys, so what we are going to learn today, I'm going to show you how to set up your facial recognition algorithms on your Jetson Nano, and also we are going to install tons of libraries and packages and helper tools, so which is going to basically compile your entire face recognition algorithm to work absolutely fantastic on your Jetson Nano, and you can start training your own faces and do some detections and recognitions of human faces. So guys, this is going to take at least, I just want to give you a heads up. So this entire process of compiling and installation and configuration of facial recognition tools and algorithms and the helper programs, it's going to take easily about 2 hours minimum. It depends upon your speed of network, your the internet speed. So make sure that you are in a good network and without any power interruptions and kind of thing. So guys, I am going to share my Jetson Nano terminal, and I am not going to execute. I am just going to show you the commands, and those commands I am going to put it in the description of this video, so you may even use it. But I'm just going to show you how it looks like and how to execute it and what steps you need to be taking it, right? It's going to be very detailed step-by-step procedure, one at a time. All right guys, follow the sequence and make sure that you be patient enough to keep the terminal commands running. All right guys, let's get into our work. So let me share my screen. I am on my Jetson Nano. Alright guys, the first let me just alright, there you go. So let's install a helper program here. Sudo space apt minus get install space cmake. All right, I'm sure you continue to hear this name again and again. Cmake lib -dev lib, you can call it as a lib or lib, whatever you want. Lib lapack -dev, and then libjpeg-dev. All right, if I hit enter, this is gonna, what's gonna happen is guys, it's going to ask you after a few lines of stuff, it's going to ask you yes or no. You need to click yes and let it run. Okay, it's going to take a couple of minutes, maybe 15-20 minutes or 30 minutes. All right, once this is done, you need to follow this command, the next one, wget, wget http://dlib/files/dlib -19-17.tar.bzz2. all right, so this is a huge folder repository. We are going to download it. Okay, and this is going to take about, again, a couple of minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes, and this is going to create a separate directory, okay, in your system, and that will show as a blue color. All right guys, try to understand this. And then once you have done this, you got to issue this command, tar jxvf dlib -19-17.tar tar.bz2. Alright, and this command is going to compile the entire stuff which you basically downloaded. Okay, and this is going to, again, it's going to take quite a bit of time. Once that is done, what you need to do is you need to get into this folder, into this directory. And how do you get in? cd, okay, change directory, dlib or lib, however you want to spell it, dot 17. Okay, once you click this, you are straight away getting into that particular directory. Okay, oops, by mistake I hit enter. Oh, anyways, I am into that directory. So you will see that blue color, dlib -19 dot 17. Okay, and once you do that, you need to find out what is there in the list, what exactly is there in that particular directory. So how do we do that? ls command, ls. Okay, and there you go, you have something called dlib. Yes, there is something called dlib. Can you see that in the blue color? Dlib, that's small, yeah, that. And you need to get into that particular folder. So how do we get in? cd dlib. Okay, now you are into that dlib folder. Now let us see what you have. ls, and there you go. Here we need to get into a folder called cuda, cuda. If you can find it, it should be somewhere here. So maybe you can just type in cd cuda, cuda, and I am into this cuda folder. Let me just clear so that you guys can see what I am doing. All right, so we are into that cuda folder, and then we need to issue a command called gedit. Okay, so this is basically we are going to edit a .cpp, a C program, C++ program file which is already in there, which you downloaded as a part of the package, the library. So basically, guys, there is a bug in that particular cpp file, so you got to just comment out that particular bug. It maybe in future release it's going to be fixed. I have no idea about that. But as per NVIDIA dev forms, I think it's supposed to be fixed in the upcoming release. But for now, we got to fix that bug. How do we do that? So you got to open that file gedit, 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 cudnn -dlib api.cpp. all right, and if I click this is going to open up a cpp file. So this is the file which you will be editing. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty simple, guys. I mean, so what you got to do is you have to go on top of this file. Okay, there is a search. I'm not going to edit this because I have already done it. So if I do it again, it's going to cause some other issue. So here you can find a search button. Let me just try to reduce this size, if you can see that. No, I can't reduce. Yeah, there you go. Probably yes. So in this search, you have to type a line of code called forward underscore algo, forward, forward underscore algo equal to forward underscore best underscore algo. Okay, once you type this entire string in that search, hit enter. That will take you to the exact line of that code. And what you need to do is just put 2 forward slash at the beginning of this particular string. Okay, once you put 2 forward slash, that's going to comment out. Okay, that means that code is not going to get executed. It's just commented out, 2 forward slash, and then hit save. Make sure you go on top right here and hit save button. All right, so once you do that, guys, let me just close this. Right, let me just close it. I haven't done any changes. Okay, there you go. So once you do that, then what you got to do is you have to get into a Python setup file which is already there in your lib, the directory which you imported, the helper tools which you imported just now, and that's what you got to execute it. How do you do that? So there's a command for that. It's called sudo, okay, python 3 setup.py and then space install. All right, so once you click this, the C++ code which we just modified it, which we just commented out because of the bug, so this Python script is going to get into that and run that entire program. That's going to compile your the helper programs and stuff like that, so that you are ready with the next step. All right, so I'm not going to execute this. I'll just come out of this, and then what we need to do is, once you execute, that's going to be your last, guys. But make sure that do not come out of this dlib cuda folder, the directory. Okay, this path you need to be always be there inside this path for every command. Okay, from I think step number 3 or 4. I'm going to leave all this in the description below, so make sure that you follow this step by step. Okay, and once you are done with this, the last and final, this is going to take probably about 45 minutes easily, guys, to run. And this is what is your most important facial recognition algorithm. Okay, so the command is sudo pip3 install space face underscore recognition. Okay, all right, guys, if I hit enter, this is going to choke up my system, of course, because I had already installed it, right? So for you guys, it's going to take easily about 30 to 40 minutes, so just let it run, but make sure that you hit enter. Why? Because it's going to ask, do you want to continue, yes or no? So hit yes, and then probably you can take a break and have your lunch and have some coffee and come back. By the time it should be ready. So you might see some errors and warning messages. Do not worry about that, guys, just let it run. And yeah, so once this particular setup is ready, it's going to take, as I said, it's going to take about 1.5 to 2 hours. Once you configure these settings which I showed you after each and every command, I'm going to come back to you with the next lesson. We will do some Python coding, how to import this face recognition library and start grabbing the frame through the camera, and I'm going to show you some sample images, and I'll also show you how to train multiple faces. You can take faces of your friends and family and put it in a folder, and how to train that, and the next time they come in front of the camera, it's going to detect and show you on the screen. So that's how the face recognition works. It's a pretty interesting stuff, guys. Now where are we heading after this? So once we are done with this lesson, I will show you how to start accessing the GPIO pins in your Jetson Nano. So let me show you. I have a bunch of Jetson Nanos in my lab. So these pins, there are 40 different pins, right? So there are multiple pins actually, and multiple ports, and there are also a couple of other stuff. So I'm after this, once we are done with face recognition, I'll show you how to access the GPIO pins and connect with some motors and sensors, and also we will do some interesting exercise, right? I'm going to show you how to make robotic arm, and we can mount some cameras on top which can look at the face. Once the known faces, the trained faces are detected, it can also speak up. That means I'm going to teach you how to add voice to your Jetson Nano. All right, so there are bunch of interesting stuffs which are coming up, guys, and we will start building robots one by one, and we are going to build a lot of AI stuffs into your Jetson Nano pretty soon. So stay tuned, do give me a like and a thumbs up. I'm going to get back to you soon. Bye bye, until then, have a great day.